I saw a movie. I saw the movie with Matt Damon trying to get off a planet he'd been stuck on alone for a long time, trying to get home. Interstellar. I'm kidding. I saw The Martian. The Martian.
Unforgivable.
The movie was beautiful. It's Ridley Scott returning to form, giving us the kind of worlds we know he can create for us. Realistic, otherworldly, believable. Just, we believe we're watching the situation unfold as he portrays it. So, good job, Mr. Scott, bringing it back. So, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. I ate shit pretty good on my bike, getting to the movie theater in a hurry tonight so I could see it. And, yeah, some, like, interface sidewalk violence occurred. I'll forgive the sidewalk for now. It was worth it. The movie was a wonderful experience. The actors doing exactly what you expect. The director giving us what you expect. I did see it in 3D, and I recommend not only seeing the movie, go fucking see it now. Go watch that movie, but see it in 3D because it's exactly the kind of reason you want to see a movie in 3D. It's got the kind of landscape that can only be portrayed in 3 dimensions. You don't get... I haven't seen it not in 3D, so, but the scale, like the real feeling of like epic scale and you being in a flyby shot over the surface of Mars is incredibly worth it. Even if you don't see movies in 3D, even if you're against it, I don't care. You see this movie and in 3D. This is what 3D is for. I'm going to say that I read the book, and I'm a huge fan, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But no questions in my mind whatsoever. Fully recommending. I'm going to put thumb, pink, just solar, rover, magnificent science, death horns up. Go see this movie. It's wonderful. And take your family. It's just a wonderful way to portray science, about perseverance, about overcoming adversity, and using your intelligence and will to kick the universe's ass a little. And then what a way to do it. And I think that's part of why NASA is all over this movie. NASA is absolutely owning its connection to this film, and rightly should. This movie is inspiring in that it's incredibly realistic, the situations and the technology and how people are trained and the decisions that they make. It just speaks to why human beings pursue something difficult, why we explore, why do we do what we do as human beings, why are we even going into space, why are we paying attention to this kind of crap. And this movie owns that, and that's what NASA is about, that's what this movie is about. So it absolutely makes sense that they are just intertwined all up in itself. You get on NASA's YouTube, Facebook channel, whatever, they are all over this. And I applaud them for it. So, yeah, go see this movie. Go now. Go see it in 3D. Take your family, take your friends, take people you care about. It's an otherworldly adventure grounded in reality with the basest goodness of humanity pouring through it. It's just a wonderful experience. I highly recommend it. Go see it. Go see it now. And now we're going to talk about some of my after movie experience. So, I got to get this out of my head. I just got out of The Martian. Wonderful, of course. I already talked about it a few seconds ago. So, what I need to talk about is the people in front and behind me as I'm walking out of the theater bitching that, the book was better. It wasn't like the book.
fuck you. You don't like movies. Anyone that has ever made that argument, you just proved that you do not like movies. I'm trying to think of a food analogy. You know, that's complaining that the main course wasn't any good because it didn't look and taste exactly like the appetizer. Or, I don't know. You can't ask for that. You just can't ask for, what do you want the movie to be 15 hours long? They had all the characters. They had all the story. And in this case, they left out very little. They left out very little. There's, you know, a few extra crises that Mark Watney overcomes in the book, but it doesn't add anything to the story. And that's the challenge of any director adapting a book to a movie, is you have to find out what tells the story. And the story was fucking told. It was told excellently. It was filmed excellently. It was acted out of this world. I've already talked about that, but no, it's not verbatim, event for event of the book. If it was, we'd still be in the theater till 3 days from now. Fuck you. It's just, yeah, anyone, in my opinion, anyone who complains the movie isn't exactly like the book was better, blah, 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 you can go fuck yourselves, because you don't like movies. And you just told us that by saying those words. One of my best examples is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Anyone that's been a Douglas Adams fan will know that all of the different iterations of The Hitchhiker's Guide have been thoroughly different than the ones before. There's the originals, but, you know, whatever order they came in. There's the radio dramas, which were, you know, read out on BBC Radio Live. There was the original miniseries. I keep saying original, I shouldn't, considering what I'm talking about. You know, there's, so the radio drama, the miniseries, the books, and then the, you know, eventual movie that came out. And I can't believe that I heard it then, that, oh, I didn't like The Hitchhiker's Guide, it wasn't like the book. Well, you know what? Maybe it's nice that the things that each medium has to offer are recognized and used to their advantage. You know, the things you can do in a book, things you can do in a movie, things you can do in a live reading, that some of those things transcend the others and can't be captured correctly. So own it, love it, and fuck, that gives you a chance to enjoy it multiple times. So The Martian didn't really do this for me. Kind of did a little bit, but it more than makes up for it in all of the other aspects that it's created from. But I actually don't like it when a movie is like the book, because I don't know exactly what's gonna fucking happen. It's predictable. It doesn't give me any surprises. I want something different to happen in the movie. Give me something different. I mean, if it's done well, if it's done right, if it makes sense, fucking go for it. Please do it. I mean, you're a new artist giving me a new take on a story. Watchmen. Okay, did we really need to watch the movie Watchmen when it came out a few years ago with all of our modern sensibilities and need the final scene to be a giant squid instead of a commentary on the state of our, you know, dependence on weaponry to maintain power? No, I think we should have made it a giant squid with zero relevance to anything having to do with social commentary or a reflection on our current state. No, I think we should have gone with the squid instead. Fucking monkeys. Just... You're doing yourself the greatest disservice anyone that's ever enjoyed a book or a movie could possibly do to themselves, and that is compare it to something else. If you are of the mind that you can't enjoy something because it doesn't perfectly match any of the source material, then you're removing half of entertainment from your lexicon. You're just saying goodbye to it. And there's a lot of good shit out there. So do yourself the greatest favor you can if you claim to enjoy movies, books, TV shows, music, comic books, video games, any of it. And let each entity be itself. Let it show you what it has to offer versus the other mediums. Enjoy it multiple times. Alright, well, thanks for letting me go off about one of my little pet peeves of the world. And I'll see you guys next time. Invader Kendall out.